Hello, and today I'll be giving you a tour of me and Ava's website for our game, Summerfield High. So we'll be getting our tour of the website. Here on the front page, you can see we've graphically designed a logo for our game, and it's quite vibrant, and I think it really shows off the game in a good light. So we have a little navigation window so our users can easily find their way around the website. And it's quite self-explanatory how the website works. Basically, you just click on the page which you want to go to on the navigation window, and it brings you there. So we have a small description of what you can find on the website and what the website entails. So I guess what this project is exactly is just a website for our game that we would be developing, so that it has an online presence rather than just a download link on some game launcher that one might get online. So you'll see here we've added a small feature which makes the page titles glow whenever you hover over them. We thought this was just a very interactive feature, which is just nice, and it's very user friendly, and just makes the page a little bit more interactive. So here on the about page, we've included a small description of what the game is, how you play the game, and just some other various information about it. Without giving away too much so that the game is spoiled. So the next page we'll be going on to is the characters page. So we were quite proud of this page as it really did showcase a lot of our work, the character development, and we are very happy with this as we did spend a lot of time here. We also really liked how the page turned out and the design of it overall. So we've included a small description just to give the page some body and liven it up. So the first character we'll be showcasing here is Celeste. So Celeste is a very aesthetic person. She is very outgoing, and one of her real traits is her love of Japanese culture and shows. She isn't Japanese herself, she is American, but she just is really invested in the Japanese culture and is very interested in it. So Maddie is the second character we have showcased here, and she's a stereotypical cool kid, I guess you could say. She isn't cool in the sense that she's very popular, but she wears clothes, and she wears black clothes, and she wears sunglasses all the time, and just has that sort of vibe about her. So the next character we have here is Xavier. Xavier, I guess you could say, is an emo kid, and he's a loner, and he's very quiet. He isn't very empathetic and doesn't really show much emotion, but he has very dry humor, but he is very artsy, and that is where he expresses himself the most. So the next character we have here is Jack. So Jack is the comic relief, I guess we could say, of the entire bunch of the characters. He's a very athletic person, and he's very outgoing. He plays a lot of outdoor games like American football and soccer, and of course he parties a lot. So then just a recap of the page and all the characters. So the next page we'll be going on to is the gallery. So what we intended with the gallery was to just provide the users with a greater understanding of what the game is and what the game entails. So we start off the page with a small description. It's nothing really important. It's more so to just give the page a bit of body. So the first thing we have shown on this page is a demo conversation, and this is intended to just give users a small idea of what the game is and how the game will be played and how you interact with the characters. So you can see Ava's designed a picture with Celeste and a text box, which just shows how the users do interact with the characters and how you actually do play the game. So the next thing we have showcased is Ava's art process, which she uses to design all the characters. So you can see here, Ava's first step in designing the characters is creating a line art. So this is just to give it an idea of how the character's proportions and how they'll look. And then this is followed by a color. So just to get the character design finalized so that the character is in the right position and all the proportions are correct. So the step 3 is the sketch, and Ava likes to do this to just get an idea of where all the objects in the picture are and where they're going to be, and then the final details she just colors it and adds in the text boxes. So the next page we'll be going on to is the contact page. So here on the contact page, we were quite proud of this page because of a feature we added in the bottom, but anyway, besides that, we have added in an email. It doesn't work, but it's just there so that if it's just there as a placeholder for now, but this is just intended so that if there's any queries, any business queries, anybody who wants to do business with us, they can email us through that. It's more formal, a form of communication, I guess. So the next thing we have is a phone number so that users and anybody else can give us, so we can provide them with instant feedback on any problems they might be having. So then we also have a report a bug feature where users can report any issues they've been having with the game, since it will be a new game and there's obviously going to be a lot of things we have to work out. So first we have the username that which you can add in, then the email. And then after this we've included a server so that you can choose which server you were playing on, so that in case it's a server specific problem, we can fix it more directly. So then there's a description of the bug. It's quite big so that any descriptions can fit. But there's also a submit button, and in future we plan on creating a page so that the submit button brings any reports to that page, and it is something that we would like to work on in the future. That concludes our tour of the website, and here we are coming on to the code. I won't be narrating the entirety of this part of the tour, however, I would like to just give some stats just so you have an idea of how, like, the code in general. So there are 10 pages of code, there are 5 pages of HTML and 5 pages of CSS, and in total there were 1,692 lines of code. So throughout the video, I'll just be showing a few pieces of code that we thought were quite interesting and had cool effects in the website. The first of which is the hover code, which created the effect of the page titles glowing when you hovered over them in the navigation window of the website. If you want to see this feature in action with the code running, it is shown at 53 seconds into the video. So I'll use this time to just give some more information about our project in general. So the thing we found most impressive about our website was the reported bug feature that we added in. And this may not seem as impressive to you or to anybody watching this from your standpoint, but the feature did take quite a long time to code, and we're really happy with the outcome. So I'll just put up the code for that now on the screen. So as you can see, a lot of code went into the creation of this feature. However, there is something else we would like to give credit to, which I thought in anyway was very impressive, which was the artwork. And I think artwork is often very, very underappreciated, and I think that it was definitely one of the most impressive qualities of this project, as I think anyway, the artwork throughout was quite impressive. And if you're looking to see that artwork, it can be seen throughout the video. We created almost all of the photos that are seen throughout our website, besides the photo that you'll see in the first few seconds. Other than that, everything was created by us and completely, and there was no use of apps other than drawing platforms. So now I'd like to take the time to just talk about the things we'd like to do differently, and if we were to continue on doing this project, what we would like to work on. So one thing that we would like to change about the project is the website style. So we started the project a little bit later, as we changed our idea halfway through the allotted time for the project. So because of that, we didn't have as much time which we could dedicate to making the website more visually appealing. While we are very impressed with how the website looks right now, we have left a lot of room for improvement. So I think if we were to change anything, we'd change the color scheme or the font. So that is something that we would definitely look into doing. That is something that we would definitely like to change about the project. And if we were to do anything differently, I think we would definitely change the format in which we coded the website, as it became a bit of a problem at some stages. So and what I mean by this is, as we were coding the website, we were obviously learning a lot on our way through. So that meant that we learned more efficient ways of doing things as we went along, and we learned different, maybe better ways of doing things. And we didn't know that when we were starting to code the website. And this became a bit of a problem later down the line, because we realized, oh, well, maybe I could have done that differently, maybe we could have done that differently. And we know that we can't change our past knowledge, but if we were to do differently and we were to start again, well, that is definitely something we'd like to change, and we'd make everything a bit more efficient, a bit more fluid throughout the code, just to make it easier for us to read and others to read if they were to read the code. So this concludes the tour for our website for the game Summerfield High. I would now like to just take a few seconds to explain how me and Ava split the work for this video. Ava was in charge of all visual effects that are seen in the video, and all editing, and I was in charge of gathering the footage and doing the voice recording. I would once again like to thank you for watching our video, and we hope this was effective at explaining our website and how it works.